This is my audience. Okay. Imagine walking down the street and everything is intensified by 50%. So you see the bug on the floor, you see the cigarette, you see everything. You see the lines of the bark on the tree, you hear the cars honking in your ear. Everything is intensified a lot. This is just a glimpse of what it's like to be autistic. There are many challenges to being autistic, but you can work through them with patience and understanding. But there are blessings too, like seeing the fine details of everything and being loyal. And so basically you have to be able to see and choose to see them as blessings. So now you might be asking, what is autism exactly? According to autismspeaks.org, autism is when the brain develops and interferes with motor skills and social interactions. Everyone is different. That's what I've been taught when growing up anyway. This is the same concept with autism. No two autistic people are alike. So for example, if two people are sitting at a table and they both have Asperger's syndrome, which is a type of autism, somebody that's educated and maybe informed might be able to tell, hey, they have Asperger's. But, for example, when that person is talking to, say, the first person sitting at the table, that person might be able not to even look at them, or maybe even not even talk to them because they have social anxiety, or because they just don't understand that they're talking to them or something. While the second person might be able to make eye contact with you and have a conversation with you, kind of, because they are comfortable with that. Again, it depends on the person, even if they have the same diagnosis. Autism is found mostly in males. For every male, 1 in 42 will be diagnosed with autism, while with females, it's 1 in every 68. There's no said cure or found cure for autism because you can't go into the brain and fix which was never developed, and you can't give a medication to somebody that will give them the ability to do something that they never had in the first place. There are many challenges to autism. The number one challenge is communication. Autistic people don't understand the conversation concept. So, like, a lot of people do a call and response thing when talking to somebody, like, hi, hello, how are you? I'm good. But autistic people don't understand this. Like, if somebody says hi to them, they might just, like, nod at them because they don't understand what they're saying to them. They don't understand that they're trying to talk to them. This can be very stressful for the families or with somebody that is taking care of the autistic person, because if something goes wrong and that autistic person isn't going to communicate with them, it can be very hard and stressful to pinpoint what exactly the problem is, so they can't fix it. A key factor in not being able to communicate with people is peer rejection. Peers might just give up because they aren't talking to them, and they've tried so many times to have a conversation with this person with autism, but they just aren't having it. This can also be hard because if the autistic person does communicate with them, they don't have a sense of feeling like what the person is trying to show them. So like if a person is like upset about something that the autistic person said, they might not catch on to, oh, they're upset, I need to stop doing that. So again, the peer might withdraw from them. Stephen R. Asher has done research about the lack of a peer interaction, and he has found that it can lead to depression and a lack of self-worth, which can be very bad. Other challenges can be anxiety, being anxious and everything. This could be because everything is intensified and you just have so much going through your head that they can't deal with it, or because of a change in daily routine. This can be very stressful for them. This can lead to a meltdown. Meltdowns can range depending on what caused the anxiety attack and how the person deals with it. So it could be either like just screaming and crying and not talking or anything, to being violent and like throwing chairs across the room. Meltdowns are hard to subside, and they can be a problem for anybody around them, especially if they don't understand what's going on, because then they're just like, somebody needs to do something, but it's kind of hard to do something sometimes. Autistic people have difficulty learning new concepts because of what was not developed in the brain, and so they can have a hard time grasping new details and everything, and that can be kind of stressful when everybody else is like picking something and they can't. While there are challenges, there are also benefits. Autistic people are very intelligent on what they can grasp and see what the big picture of stuff is, and they remember fine details. Autistic people are very logical when they're calm, and they can actually understand what's going on. They're one of the smartest people. They could care less what people think of them, so when you're actually talking to them that they'll be them true selves, and you don't have to worry about them being fake. They have an open, non-judgmental point of view, so it's easy to talk to them when they can. So while autistic is hard to manage, it is not impossible. The most important thing in managing autism is being understanding and patient. A loss in temper is just going to be bad for the whole situation. To move forward, they need written schedules, visuals, and maybe even reading what they need to do, depending on the person. Hopefully you have a better understanding of autism, and thank you for listening.